Everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today finally I'm going to talk about a book that completely shook me. It's Verity by Colleen Hoover. Now I know Colleen Hoover is one of those authors who always gets people divided. Like some absolutely adore her stories and some, well, let's just say don't really vibe with them. Like even I was not a huge fan after reading It End With Us, and there is a complete film based on It Ends With Us, and honestly, even the film did not do the justice to the story. Like the whole narrative kind of was off the track, and I literally don't like that book and this film also. But this book by the same author, The Verity, totally changed my perception of her writing style. And trust me guys, if you have ever doubted her as an author, this one might make you, rethink about everything about her life, writing style, about the way she thinks and whatever. I just love the way this book turned out. I was enjoying this book so much throughout. So let's just dive into what Verity is about without giving any kind of spoilers. And of course, like why I like this book so much, because I literally completed this book at 3 a.m. and I was so lost in the twist in this book, the mysterious world within it. I just love this book. The ending is absolutely amazing. So basically the story revolves around Lowen, and who is a struggling writer who gets an unexpected offer to complete the remaining books in best-selling series written by the famous author Verity Crawford. The same, yes, this is the name of a girl, actually a woman. Now there is a catch. Verity is not in a state to continue her work because she is in a coma after a tragic incident that happened with her. And so you will get to know once you read this book. So Lowen travels to the Crawford family, where Verity was living with her husband and her 5-year-old son. And then the story unfolds. Whatever happened is just insane. The way author describes each and every chapter, and there is a completely dedicated autobiography of the Verity, the same, and what she thinks, how she thinks, and everything. And ultimately what happens is just out of my mind. But what happens like next, after completing some of the chapters, you will get to know, makes the story unforgettable. Like in that big quiet house filled with Verity's presence and her husband named Jeremy, Lowen discovers something she was never supposed to find, and a hidden manuscript written by Verity herself. And what's inside the manuscript, that's the real nightmare begins. And the best thing about Verity is how it plays with your mind. It's not just a thriller, it's psychological. The way Colin Hoover creates tensions with the smallest details, like the creaking floor, the silence in the house, the way you start doubting every single character. It's brilliant. I was like literally searching throughout reading this book, who is the main culprit, what is going to happen, and so many things were going in my head. But I was not at all able to find the real one, like the story and all. And I really like this kind of books that mess with my brain. So yeah, the book did the same. And I loved how she used like the Lowen used the Verity's manuscript, and she was reading it. And then like I just don't want to give you the spoiler, but I just love how Colin Hoover just took the advantage of that manuscript by Verity, and like whatever happened, I just don't want to say jada, so that koi spoiler na de do main. So it's really a good treat from my side. So I just want to say that after completing this book, I felt that Verity was misunderstood, and she should have given more time to explain her husband whatever she did and why she did so. And now talking about the writing style of the book, so it's simple and very easy, and you will easily able to understand each and every word. Like it's not that complicated and all. The story goes like pretty much in a slow and interesting manner, and the mystery, emotional tension at the same time, everything keeps you on the edge. You won't even realize when you completed 100 pages straight. The same happened with me. Now when I started this book, I was actually a little hesitant because I had seen so many mixed reviews of the same because of the author maybe. But as soon as I read the first few chapters, I was completely pulled in. And unlike It Ends With Us, which focused more on emotional trauma and relationships and whatever the story was, which I literally don't like. And Verity is not like that. Verity is dark and it's very unpredictable. The major the most appreciative part of this book is that it is so unpredictable that it hooked me throughout. Now, throughout the book, I kept like thinking, what's the truth here? Is someone lying? Is anyone manipulating anyone? And who is the real one? And every chapter ends in a way that makes you go and just rethink about what you just think. So okay, just one more page, like that the chapters goes on, and I was just enjoying this book. And by the time you reach the ending, trust me guys, your mind will be blown. I actually sat there for a few minutes rethinking everything I had just read, and later only after 2 to 3 minutes everything was making sense to me. So I enjoyed this book thoroughly. And one most important thing, what really makes Verity stand out is how it explores the darker side of human nature, obsession, and the reality between fiction and reality, like the line between both of them. And I don't know what I'm saying. So it's not your like typical romantic Colin Hoover story. There is barely any comfort here. It's unsettling, it's disturbing, but in the best way possible. So I think this book shows Colin Hoover range as a writer. You can't judge an author based on one story. So, and what actually I did. So I just felt sorry for the same. And Verity proves that it's like she stepped out of her comfort zone, like the author, and created something completely unexpected. And I enjoyed this book thoroughly. And when this book ended, I was like, why this ended so much? I want to read it once again. Maybe after some years I can. So if you have been avoiding Colin Hoover because of her earlier works, which many of my book people do, so if you are in the same kind of trouble, or if you did not enjoy it ends with us, or other books by Colin Hoover, please 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 give a Verity chance. It's a perfect mix of mystery, psychology, and suspense, something which I really really love. But fair warning, it's dark. Yeah, it's like really dark. Some scenes might make you uncomfortable, but that's what makes it so real and gripping. Overall, I would rate Verity a solid 4.5 out of 5 star. It's haunting, it's bold, and it will stay with you long after you finish it. So that's my review. I would love to know your thoughts too. Have you read Verity? Did the ending shock you as much as it shocked me? And just drop your thoughts in the comment section. I will be very happy to read them. And don't forget to share this video and subscribe to my channel. And I just hope you enjoyed this book review, and just keep reading and be happy. Thank you.